Watchers and Trekkers, of course, and welcome to another Star Trek review tonight. Tonight I've been watching, in this collection, the Star Trek Beyond film. Star Trek Beyond, 2016, the last Star Trek movie they actually made, actually. It's the third instalment following the Star Trek 2009, 2013. Okay, so Chris Pine, Zachary Quinto reprised their roles as Captain Kirk, James T. Kirk, Commander Spock, and Peg, with Peg, Carl Urban, Zoe Saldana, John Cho, and Anton Yelchin reprising their roles from the previous film. This was one of Yelchin's last films. He died in June 2016, a month before the film was released. Elba. So, yeah, this is his last movie. Really tragic, really sad. It's definitely just very strange. Okay, it stars Chris Pine, John Cho, Simon Pegg, Zachary Quinto, Zoe Saldana, Carl Urban, Anton Yelchin, Idris Elba. And this time it was directed by... where's it directed by? It was directed by Justin Lin, who directed... What did he direct? He directed some of the Fast and the Furious films. Right. I know it didn't do that well, this one. I don't know. It was a budget of 85 million. 334 point... box office of 343.5 million. This film was good, actually. I enjoyed it. It's not perfect, but... So, the Federation Starship USS Enterprise arrives at Starbase Yotown for reply and shortly for its crew. Struggling to find meaning in their exploration, Captain James T. Kirk has applied for a promotion to Vice Admiral. He recommends Spock as his replacement. Meanwhile, Sulu reunites with his family. Scott works to keep the ship operations. Spock and Nyota Uhura have ended their relationship. I mean, their relationship kind of thing kind of baffles me. I just don't know. I'm sitting there going myself, I don't know, it doesn't make sense. I don't know. Because they never had a relationship in the original series, so I don't understand the old relationship. But Spock also receives word from New Vulcan that Ambassador Spock has died. Enterprise is dispatched on a rescue mission after an escape pod drifts out of a nearby uncharted nebula. Its occupant Kalara claims their ship is stranded on Artemid, a planet in the nebula. Upon arrival, a massive swarm of small ships ambush the Enterprise and quickly begin to tear it apart. The swarm leader, Krau, and his crew aboard the crippled Enterprise capture the killed many crew members and attempt to capture the Abernath, a relic recovered during a recent mission. Kirk orders the crew to abandon ship, leaving the disgrading Enterprise source section to crash on Ultramid. On the planet, Krau captures Sulu, Uhura, and the other survivors. Kirk and Panos Chekhov, accompanied by Kalara, locate the Enterprise source section. Knowing that Kalara knew they would be attacked, Kirk tricks her into revealing herself as Krau's spy. I'll leave it up to that bit because there's a lot to read, and it's like an over 2 hour film. This is a film that I like. I did like this one. This isn't a bad movie, actually, when I watched it. I watched it, I think it's just an fun movie. So right at the beginning of the film, you see Kirk, and he got his like aliens, these fingers, they look massive, you know. And he's got his artifact, that thing, what's later on in the film, Krau. And this scene was actually pretty funny, where they get a bit angry, they start attacking him, and they look massive when you see them, like, you know, and they drop. Imagine the Buffy episode where that demon thing comes out, and it drops down. It's like small as heck. Anyway, so he gets the artifact, takes it back to the ship, but then later on, they end up at this called Yotan, and it's like a star base. It's this massive place. Always there's people that live there. It's like So they end up going there. So a character called Kalara claims that ship is stranded on Artemid. It's a planet that a ship's supposed to be on there, but it turns out to be a bit of a trap. Spoiler, of course. There's gonna be spoilers in this, but it doesn't really matter. So anyway, they don't go in, and the next minute they get attacked by these like swarms of like they look like flying massive bees, you know, a lot more aggressive, and the ship gets completely crippled. It's like there's no defense against it. It's like even Captain Kirk's like looking at her, what's going on here? And she looks a bit surprised. And you think to yourself, maybe she's enough about it. So yeah, you're right. So anyway, the ship crashes. No, it destroys the ship completely. It separates the two. Yeah, for the warp drive, it separates them two, and no, it destroys them. So it separates them from the ship, so they can't warp speed, are they? And the social section gets separated, and everyone's getting like some people get thrown out, and then some people are like escaping in escape pods, and the crew members, and they're all getting taken by Krau's group of people, by these like so they're getting taken by these people, these aliens, by this swarm. So anyway, the salt section, anyway, they all escape. Some get taken, and Captain Kirk is still on the saucer section. Anyway, they all end up on the end. Anyway, saucer section gets like separated from its body, right, from the rest of the ship, and of course so anyway, there's like a fight between Krell and Captain Kirk, and then of course somehow her like separates both, like, but she gets like separated from Captain Kirk, and of course some of the crew gets left onto the saucer section, and then of course Uhura's with Crow now because she got separated from Captain Kirk. She's trying to save Captain Kirk or stuff, and of course, anyway, so they're all like on the saucer section, and the rest of them get like, so they use escape pods to escape, and Captain Kirk's like the last one to escape on his escape pod. You see the saucer section crashed into the and it's a cool scene. That scene was cool actually. It kind of reminds the scene from Generation where the saucer section crashes and stuff. It's pretty cool. So anyway, Scott is like, he gets separated. He's like in his some kind of like it's like a torpedo thing. He gets like shot out of the ship, right? And he lands on the planet. He almost actually drops on this finger. So anyway, so he meets this like young, quite attractive alien woman actually. She beats these guys up, and she helps them out. And of course, they end up going to this like cave. It's like a cave, and it turns out to be an old ship that Crow was on. And it turns out to be that was his ship. Captain Kirk and they all meet up. Captain Kirk, the rest of them, they meet up again. Kirk and the woman who was like on the ship who said our planet was in trouble. They all anyway, they end up going to the finding the saucer section to find the artifact, and it's a bit of a ploy actually because it actually turns out to be not there. It's in someone's head. I thought that's what you see was pretty kind of creepy. With it, she has this like thing that comes out and it just. That's kind of creepy. I'm like, that's kind of creepy. They go to the success section. It turns out to be a thing of Captain Kirk was just like setting her up to see what, kind of like, So anyway, so they go to the to find out where the artifact is. Of course, then she tries to attack him, and it turns out it's not there. And of course, they have to escape these fingers men in the film. And that scene was cool. Where they're all like a cat and mouse scene on the Enterprise Soul section, and Anton Yelchin's Chekhov and thing are like together, and they're like, getting the hell off that ship, and it's like, and then the ship starts rising and they shoot I don't even know what you call it to lift the ship. The ship starts lifting and stuff, and that scene was cool actually. That scene was good actually. I like that scene. And then the part where the thing flips over like, and then and that's kind of crazy because I'm thinking they would have got killed under that if they. And I'm thinking, how the hell did they manage to escape that? Because that's a long freaking run from there to there. And somehow they managed to escape, which looks a bit weird. Effects are good though, and the girl gets killed in it, of course. Anyway, so later on in the film, they all meet up with the girl and they go on this ship. And it turns out to be, like I said, another starship, of course. Part of Starfleet ship. And then they have to I like the part where they start playing the music because they're stuck on the ship. That's pretty cool. I do like it. It's got some good humour, this film has. Then you got Scotty and then you got McCoy and Spock. Of course, they escape from the ship too. Of course, Spock is injured and he's helping him out and stuff. And I like the part where at least we're going to die together, you know, die apart, you know. I thought that scene was funny. But it says something like he gets beamed onto the other ship. I think the scene was good actually. But I like their kind of like, you know, like the original Starship with this. Where Finger just didn't like Spot full stop. And I did like their chemistry. I think it was great. And these two do have a really good job too, playing Bones and McCoy and Spock. You can say Scott, remember. And so anyway, they're beating them onto the ship, and of course they have to find a way to freaking. I actually like the part with that. It's like a trap thing where it covers them in the stuff, and they use that later on to actually use it as a shield to protect them against the thing. I like this part in the film where her and that other girl, the thing about she reveals that she's got the artifact in her head, and of course he uses this and it turns out to be some kind of weapon that can kill. And he does it on her. He tracks into this room, man. This stuff starts to like dissolve her body, and you think, oh shit, he wants to use that on Yorktown. He's going to use it onto that. And anyway, it's like you can see in the ship. You actually see it's like old recording, and it turns out to be he's on the recording before he became what that is. And so anyway, actually, Crow is kind of creepy because he has this thing where he can actually he starts to change when he starts to kind of like. He does like he touches people, and their energy goes into him, and they can die from what he touches. So it's kind of like he's an evil character. He's not a nice character. But there was a scene in the film I actually thought was a bit of redemption in his character, but then it swings about the other way. So anyway, they have to find a way to get their people off, you know, rescue their people. Of course, the woman, the girl lady, she's kind of like, she called, you know, because. Killed some of her people, of course, and her father, was it her father? Killed her father, son, or brother, was it father? And she's like, no, but then they're like, come on, we can do this. And she's got this like finger, this distraction thing where it can actually multiply more of hers. So, yeah, that scene was good actually, where Captain Kirk decides to use a bike that was on the ship to use that as a distraction to rescue the. Anyway, so they end up where Krell's men are, you know, where keeping their crew, and I like the part where he's riding the bike. There's loads of Captain Cokes, everyone. So anyway, they end up rescuing the people, beating them onto the other ship, and the last person was the girl in it who was fighting freaking that other guy, not Krell, but the other one. There's like another one, and that scene was great where Captain Kirk's like jumping on it, but he's getting teleported, then he just about catches her, saves her, and they end up on the ship, and of course then the ship has to freaking lift off, you know. So yeah, that scene was good actually. Very intense scene where the ship like drops off the edge and starts to fly and stuff like. And the scene was good actually. I do like that scene. That scene was good. Some really good visual effects in this film. Some good effects. So then they're on the way to Yorktown, and of course Yorktown is already getting attacked by the swarm. McCoy land on one of the. They have a plan to land on their finger, one of the those swarm things, and disrupt the flowway, we call it. Distract them in a way by using the music from Star Trek when Captain Kirk was like a little kid and he plays that music. That's cool. I like that scene. The scene was good. So anyway, Crow ends up on the Yorktown. All the swarm get blown up and stuff, and that scene was cool where they all getting blown up and the music's pumping, and oh man, it's so cool. The film's good though. I did enjoy it. It's not the best Star Trek films ever, but they're enjoyable. As a separate Star Trek or like an action series, they are fun. Maybe they go a little bit Guardians of the Galaxy-ish. Maybe, I don't know. But I think the guy does a good job with the visual effects and stuff, the action scenes. I think they're pretty good on this. And then you find... yeah, so anyway, so... There's a part of the film where we actually see a picture, thing you're looking at is like photo of like... it's like a thing of Spock, and then it turns out he's died. Of course, then Nimoy died just before this film was made, so... And then Anton Yelchin just died just before it was released, so yeah. It's sad really, it's like a tribute to both of them. It's just a shame that, you know, Len Nimoy wasn't in this film. It would have been great. It would have been good. But yeah. It would have been good. It's like these films aren't as good as the other films. But I did enjoy them. They are fun. As kind of like a Star Trek series that's separate from the other ones. They're enjoyable. It They're enjoyable and they're fun. They're expensive, fun, but you know, I understand. Anyway, so he's trying to release this stuff to just kill everyone. This like, it's like toxic. It's like, I don't know what it's like, dissolves people. So he wants to set that. And I like the battle between Kirk and when they get like getting thrown about, like they're having a battle, right? They're using the gravity thing to and thinking Crow's using the gravity thing to get around. And this scene was cool because there is a scene where Captain Kirk's just trying to sit, you know, like doing that, and Crow goes up, and you think to yourself, well, maybe he's kind of like seen his, because he's seen that Captain Kirk's trying to save everyone, and maybe he's kind of remembered who he was trying to save people. Because Krauser's cat was actually a Starfleet officer. And he did some good. But then for some reason he kind of got bitter and evil and stuff like that. And he just lost it. And he became like a tyrant in a way. He became bad. And I thought there was a scene where I actually thought he was going to help Captain Kirk. So, you know what, I remember who I was now. I remember then because there's a part where he's like flown up. Captain Kirk's trying to release this thing or whatever. Like I said, it's hard to explain. I don't even know what you call it. But anyway, he's trying to like, it is flown up, and you think it's he seemed like it's going to help him out. And then the next bit of glass goes that past his face, and then it switches his back, and he's kind of like trying to kill him after. So it's kind of like, yeah, okay. There was a bit of maybe humanity there, still humanity there, but I think he kind of, yeah. But anyway, so he gets thrown out into space, right, and that other stuff gets thrown out of space. So that's what they're trying to do, trying to suck that stuff out of space, into space. And he gets sucked into space, and he gets killed by that stuff. Well, he's dead anyway because he's in space already, but he gets like dissolved and stuff. So anyway, I like the part at the end, but we see Spock looking at the photo of the original crew from was it Star Trek 6? I think it was. Yeah, they're to me the better films, but yeah, but I do enjoy these movies. They're not like perfect. So when you look at his photos, and I just think, oh man, that's what you call Star Trek movies, those original ones. And then it's just sad, you know. And then you see the Enterprise. Then you see all the rest of the crew and this like talking and stuff like. And anyway, so the last part was cool. We actually see the new Enterprise being built. That's cool. I did like that scene. The visual effects in this film are really well detailed, especially the cameras swinging around. It's like being built and stuff like that. And it's cool. I did like that scene. The last part was really good. A lot of action, good story, enjoyable story actually. Good story, not a bad story. A lot of action. Flawed still. These films are flawed, but they're enjoyable. They're not boring. You know, they're not. They're good at escapism. You know. So yeah, I enjoy this movie. I do enjoy. I thought it was really good. It's not perfect. It's not the best Star Trek movie, but it's not as good as the original one or the Generation ones. But I still like them. I still enjoyed it. So yeah. So what I didn't like about it, there's not really disliked it, but I suppose it still feels like a kind of like, it still doesn't feel like a Star Trek movie, you know what I mean? That's the problem. It's more of an action movie, but the guy who directed it did a good job actually. I think it's not about the visual effects are good. I mean, they didn't get. It's quite an expensive movie to make, but you know, it's a. I suppose the price of it is supposed to look. You know, the film's great. You know, the action scenes are good. The fonts are good still. I like the you know, like the characters playing the you know. So yeah, good performance from the cast. To be honest, right, I like them more in this than because when you watch the other films, like the first Star Trek, the last 2009 film, you kind of think, but then they start to grow on you after, like Scotty, for instance. But they're still not as good as the original cast. Yeah, they're still, you know. So yeah, okay. What I liked about it, the action scenes are good visual effects, good, decent story, good action, and good visual effects, and you know, good sense of humour too. I like the humour too in this film. And a good finale too, so I really enjoyed it. Very expensive movie to make, but yeah, it is what it is. So yeah, not the best Star Trek film ever though. That's the thing. It's just still not as good as the original ones or the Generation films. But they are fun movies, good fun action movies. They are fun. So the rating I'm going to give this Star Trek Beyond is a 4 out of 5. So yeah. So then people want to go off and off a bit. Remember to subscribe to Retribution Part, my last review of Star Trek, last film review. Remember to subscribe to my channel, make it so, and have a nice day, have a nice week, take care of yourself, and live long and prosper. And thank you for watching.